Welcome back everyone. Today we continue with part 4 of this series called What If Vegeta Revived Nappa 20 Years Later. Let's aim for 350 likes on this one. Also, don't forget to leave a comment letting me know if you've enjoyed the series so far. With that, let's begin. The scene shifts back to the battleground, where Tien, having just unleashed Kaioken X10, stands with his muscles bulging and veins protruding, looking every bit the powerhouse he's become. Yet, Nappa, equally muscled and imposing, watches with an unsettling smile. Despite Tien's transformation, Nappa seems completely unfazed, as if Tien's power-up is insignificant. "You're a strange-looking human," Nappa taunts, his voice dripping with disdain. "You may look like Kakarot did back then, but you're still just an ant. Maybe if you were a Sen, I'd be worried, but as you are, you're nothing to me." Three Eyes, just give up. Tien, calm and collected, smiles back, unfazed by Nappa's insult. "You're usually wrong, Nappa, but today, you're right about one thing. I'm not Goku. And because of that, I can use this technique in a way you've never seen before. One you're completely unprepared for. Now, look to your right." Nappa's eyes widened in confusion, not understanding Tien's cryptic words. "What did you say, Baldy? My right?" He slowly turns his head, only to be met with a powerful punch to the face from another Tien. The blow is so unexpected and forceful that it sends Nappa flying through the air, crashing into a nearby mountain. Nappa, though dazed, is far from defeated. Sitting in the rubble, he mutters angrily, "That was dirty, Three Eyes. I didn't know you wanted to fight like that." With a grunt, he grabs the ground and rises to his feet. But as he looks up, his anger turns to bewilderment. He sees two teens standing side by side, identical and equally ready for battle. "What the? Am I seeing this right? There are two of these freaks now. You've got to be kidding me. Is this some kind of family reunion? Let me guess, you both think you're worthy to challenge me." The original teen smirks, his confidence unwavering. "Ha, you Saiyans really are all as dumb as each other. And just when I thought Goku was the pinnacle. Allow me to be your teacher for the day, you big oaf." Teen says, his voice steady. "This is called the multiform technique, something Goku rarely uses. But this is one of my signature moves. Consider it an honor to be alive again to see it." Nappa's initial reaction is anger. He spits on the ground, trying to control his rage, and then a smile creeps onto his face. His aura begins to seep from his skin, growing more intense. "What now? Spare me your ridiculous words, freak. I don't care if there are one of you or a million. It changes nothing. You're still a weakling, and you'll always be a weakling. If anything, destroying you twice will be twice the fun." Nappa's power starts to surge, shaking the ground and making the air feel heavy. The sheer force of his power-up seems to threaten to split the earth in two. Goku, watching from a distance, is alarmed and impressed. His power level is going up again. "This is crazy. I didn't know he had it in him. Just how far will it go, Vegeta?" Vegeta, calm and confident, smirks at Goku. "Ha ha ha. Getting scared, Kakarot? You want to run away and hide? Give me a break. This is the power expected of a Saiyan elite, and I'm sure Nappa is just getting started. Good luck to your little friend. I give him credit for mastering something like Kaioken with his earthling body. But it's about time he learned why the Saiyans were once the most feared warrior race in the entire universe." As Nappa finishes powering up, the battle resumes with renewed ferocity. Tien and his clone clash with Nappa, the impact of their blows causing shockwaves that ripple through the landscape. "So it's 2-on-1, is it?" Nappa taunts, a wicked grin on his face. "Hardly fair, but I guess you need all the help you can get." The three warriors collide like a tsunami crashing onto rocks. The air crackles with energy as they exchange blows, each strike sending ripples of power through the ground. Despite the intensity of the fight, it soon becomes clear that one of them is losing ground. Soon, the strain becomes too much for Tien's clone. With his powers split, the second Tien collapses to the ground, unconscious. The original Tien is taken aback, never expecting things to unfold this way. He can hardly believe how much stronger Nappa has become. Struggling and frustrated, he thinks to himself, "Damn, I didn't expect him to keep up like this. I knew he could fight, but not like this. If I don't end this soon, my Kaioken will destroy my body. I need to finish him now, or else I'll be the one that's finished for good." Nappa, on the other hand, seems pleased with himself. He charges at Tien with a glint of triumph in his eyes, a wide smile on his face. "Not even double-teaming me could beat me, you rat," he thinks. "Do you have any idea what kind of fighter I am? What I'm capable of? You picked the wrong guy to fight. This is the day you die, Three Eyes." Tien watches as Nappa barrels towards him, knowing his options are running out. He realizes that if he's going to do something, he has to do it now. Without another word, he throws his hands out in front of his face, stretches out his fingers and yells, "Solar Flare!" An enormous ball of light erupts, growing brighter and brighter until it resembles a supernova. The blinding light overwhelms Nappa, who screams in pure agony as he covers his burning eyes. During the chaos, the second Tien seizes the opportunity to fly back to the original Tien and merge with him, making Tien whole again. Tien takes a deep breath and resolves, I don't have any room for error. I can't make any mistakes. I'm going to need everything I have to win this. If I'm gonna pull this off, I'll need to use that technique. Suddenly, Tien's back muscles start to move and swell with powerful energy. His entire body begins to transform, his veins and muscles contracting and bulging with intense power. With a painful yell, 2 extra arms shoot out from his sides, growing and bulging with muscular intensity. It's over, Nappa, Tien shouts, Kaioken times 20. Pushing his body to the very limits of human physiology, Tien powers up even further, his body trembling with the immense energy coursing through him. The scene intensifies as Vegeta stands stunned, unable to comprehend the sheer power Tien is displaying. Huh? What? Nonsense. All this time, that Earthling was hiding this kind of power. While Vegeta grapples with his shock, Goku's concern for his friend grows. Tien, listen to me. This is insane. What are you trying to prove? Don't push your body too hard, or you could die. Kaioken X20 is way too much. It's not worth it. Stop this madness before it's too late. Ignoring Goku's pleas, Tien, now at full power, launches a relentless assault on the blinded Nappa. He strikes from all directions, each blow more brutal than the last. Nappa, unable to defend himself, is pummeled mercilessly. With a fierce determination, Tien yells, "Who? To finish this!" A sudden rage overtakes Tien, and he screams, "This is it. This is the end for you, Saiyan. I'll never forgive what you did." Ha! Quad beam attack. He unleashes an enormous and powerful beam of Kai, far surpassing his previous tri-beam. As the attack lands, the battlefield falls silent. Tien, utterly spent, begins to power down. His chest rises and falls rapidly as he struggles to catch his breath. "I did it. I finally did it," he says, falling to his knees. Over 20 years later, I showed him what I'm truly capable of, what an Earthling can do. I may have gone too far and killed him, but that scum didn't deserve to be here anyway. He didn't deserve any mercy from me. As far as I'm concerned, I had no choice. Tien relaxes, then turns to Goku, expecting disappointment. "I'm sorry, Goku. I know you probably hate what I've done, but I had to. You weren't there to experience the kind of pain he put me and Chaozu through." Curiously, Goku isn't really listening. His attention is elsewhere. He looks up at the sky with his arms folded and says, "Sorry for what, Tien? I don't think this battle is quite over just yet." Huh? Tien is understandably in shock. He's confused by what Goku is suggesting. What? What do you mean this isn't over yet, Goku? He turns his gaze to the sky. High up in the sky, almost in space, Nappa is still being pushed by the beam. His body, though battered, remains intact. For a moment, it seems he is truly lifeless until, as Tien stares up, his eyes widen in disbelief. Before him, Nappa's eyes turn green, his eyebrows become blonde, and his mustache extends into a golden beard. His muscles bulge and grow as he grits his teeth, growling, "3 eyes, grr." The transformation is complete. Nappa has become a Super Saiyan. With a thunderous roar, pure energy bursts forth from his body. "Ha ha ha." Finally, he bellows, a proud grin on his face. "You knew a fight with such a freak was all I needed to become a Sen of legend. This is perfect." With one swift motion, Nappa effortlessly knocks away Tien's ki blast as if it were nothing. He falls back to the ground, rushing down with even greater speed than he was shot into the sky. His eyes lock onto Tien, and he screams, "You've awoken a true Super Saiyan." Ha ha ha. Tien stares up in shock and horror, muttering, "No, how can he survive that? How can he still have all this energy?" He's too damaged and weakened from the fight to do anything but accept what's coming. In his final moments, he stands there, looking up in fear, thinking, "Is this really Nappa? How does he keep getting stronger and stronger? I gave him everything I had. Everything. He should have been destroyed. Maybe he was on Goku and Vegeta's level after all." Goku, watching from a distance, finally fears for Tien. Fighting Nappa earlier was one thing, but this new Super Saiyan transformation has put Nappa on a whole different level. "No, this isn't good, Vegeta. Your wish has made him a Super Saiyan already. He'll kill Tien at this rate. I've got to stop this." But before Goku can intervene, Vegeta grabs the cloth of his clothes, stopping him forcefully. "Stop with your nonsense, Kakarot. This is not one of your Earthling friends. This is Nappa, a Saiyan. This is his fight and his alone. It is not yours to intervene in whenever you want with your weakling mentality. Your bold Earthling friend started this fight of his own accord, and he will deal with the consequences himself too. I warn you, Kakarot, Take a step further and I'll do everything in my power to stop you. Leave these men to handle their own fights instead of coddling them like babies. For once, stop trying to be the main character and let them be the warriors they truly are. Goku, stunned by both Vegeta's words and the threat of escalation, doesn't like what he hears, but he knows Vegeta is right. Goku finds himself with no choice but to remain silent for now. Nappa, moving with incredible speed, lands directly on Tien. It seems like the end of one of Earth's greatest warriors is imminent. The ground shakes with the impact, dust and smoke billowing out from the point of collision. As the smoke slowly clears, Tien is still standing, wide-eyed and in shock, but without another scratch on him. He mutters in disbelief. What? What happened? Is that you? Nappa, reacting completely differently, shouts in frustration. No, how are you still standing? 3 eyes. This should have ended you. The scene becomes clearer as the smoke dissipates further, revealing Beerus standing calmly between Tien and Nappa. It seems I arrived just in time, Beerus says with a serene smile. I couldn't let the battle end without giving everyone a fair chance, now could I? Goku, Vegeta, and Tien all look at Beerus in surprise. Tien's shock turns to relief, while Nappa's rage only grows. Who do you think you are, interfering in my fight? Nappa roars, his golden aura flaring wildly. Beerus remains unfazed by Nappa's outburst. Let's keep things fair, shall we? He says, gently pushing Nappa back with a simple wave of his hand. The immense force of the gesture sends Nappa skidding backward, leaving him even more infuriated but unable to retaliate. Vegeta, that wish you made was very scummy, said Lord Beerus, his voice dripping with disdain. What about that sane pride you always go on about? You've done something you claim you would never do for yourself. You wished for power, even though that strength Nappa acquired was not a result of his own potential. That's quite selfish, if I may say. That's it for this episode, guys. If you've watched to the end, then that may be an indication that you enjoy the episode, so please drop a like so the video could reach more people. See you in the next episode. Take care.